My husband comes from a big group of people that aren't related, but were basically raised like one big family. I think at the core there are 6 families who all vacation together, did holidays together, are each other's godparents, etc., etc. They're essentially family. So, my husband represents the older end of the kids at about 35, while this girl, Shelby, represents the younger end at 22. But to see them together, you really would think they're cousins, or even brother and sister. Shelby was a flower girl at our wedding when she was 12, so I too have known her for a long time. To be very frank, I've never hit it off with Shelby. She's a nice girl, and I can't take that away from her. I admit a lot of this may be jealousy on my part because the little tomboy has blossomed literally into a woman that is a model. Like, model good looking. In fact, she is a model. She's one of these girls that's been able to turn her Instagram account into a reasonable monthly income. So an influencer. She is also a ski instructor, college student, sweet, funny, and lovable. And to top this all off, my husband absolutely lights up around her in a way that he doesn't do for anyone else, male or female. But to be fair, he is like this with our kids, too. Meanwhile, I feel like the mean, awful wife who's gained 50 pounds yells at the kids about dishes and nags my husband that he can't go skiing, which is his absolute passion in life because of my parents' anniversary party. So yes, I admit a big part of this problem is my own insecurity and jealousy. So I had given in and agreed that he should take 2 weeks off this winter to take a once-in-a-lifetime ski trip to Whistler, British Columbia. He was originally supposed to go with a college friend. The trip is all set up and paid for, but about an hour ago, he calls and tells me that he has bad news and good news. The bad news is his friend backed out of the trip, and the good news is he already talked with Shelby, and she has agreed to fill in the now vacant spot. Yay! Sarcasm. I stammered for a little bit, and I think what came out of my mouth was, "You're going on a trip with a 22-year-old girl?" And he replied with something like, "Well, it's not any girl, it's Shelby." I think I said, okay, but what about the room? And he told me that Shelby is like his sister and that he's shared hotel rooms with her before. I told him I was incredibly uncomfortable with this, and the last I knew they shared a hotel room was when she was around 5 and he was babysitting her on a vacation. I told him that I really had to think about this, and he seemed like he was shocked that I didn't just immediately share his excitement at the quote-unquote good news. We both hung up disappointed. He's going to be home in about 2 hours, and I really don't know what to say to him. I very frankly do not want my husband sharing a hotel room with a 22-year-old Instagram model. However, I also know that they booked super early to secure a special rate on the room, and if they tried to book a second room now, it would be hundreds and maybe more dollars per night. There is a good chance that if he doesn't take Shelby or get someone else to fill in, he may have to cancel the trip because it will just be too expensive for us in terms of the room, the gas to get there, etc., etc. He's been wanting to do this trip for a very long time, and I don't want to ruin it for him. But to repeat, I don't want my husband sharing a hotel room with a 22-year-old Instagram model. That is very fair on its face. Is this a put my foot down situation? Is making me comfortable more important than his dream vacation? Okay, edit. Greg, I'm so happy about that, just got home and kissed me hello as usual and then said he'd already